Boom, ba-dum, ba-dum, dum, dum, ba-dum, dum. I love that one. That's such a vibey little song. It's so weird. It's so cool. I'm digging it. And I'm digging that you're here with me. Whether you're watching this live or you're watching this in the future. But here's a hint, okay? Future people, you're totally winning right now. There's nobody watching live. So if you're watching in the future, let those live people know they're slacking. Just kidding, just kidding. I appreciate you for chilling. It's the middle of a Saturday. Had some great family time earlier. So now it's time for a little bit of play. A little gameplay, right? Love to provide it for you when we last left our hero. I joined the UC Vanguard, and it's been a trip. Discovered the Terramorphs finally, so spoiler alert, if you're not interested in that, hopefully you saw the title and saw I was doing that, but we're going to get into it. Alright, you good? You're chilling? You're gone? You're hanging out? Alright, bet. So, UC Vanguard. I just discovered this scientist who has the exact same eyes as another scientist I saw. I kind of think they're werewolves, probably not. But there's definitely something fishy going on. However, we have a Terramorph tissue sample, and this guy's apparently got the scientific expertise to analyze it. He was working on Xeno warfare, which is basically using them as weapons before it was outlawed. Alright, gotta use the handrail here. Yeah?
Can't say I'm thrilled the Trade Authority got their mitts on the research, but I guess that's the price you pay not to live in a cave the rest of your days.
Yeah. I reckon so. Now, the cool thing is, we had to turn in this recipe to the Trade Authority to get his debt removed, but because my guy is an industrialist, I was able to get both him freed and get payment for discovering the recipe. It's kind of a really cool interaction. Alright, talk to me, Doc.
All queued up. Let's gaze into this abyss, shall we? All right. Just get those cellular markers tagged.
Okay.
Wait. Where
Right the place you got here, Doc.
This can't be right. This sample, it's Londinian.
Londinian?
I'll need to get this all on a slate. Adrian really gave you this sample. You're not lying to me? Because if you told me this was a hoax, and it'd be the best damn fake I've ever seen, I'd be mad and very, very relieved.
Yeah. So Hadrian wasn't mistaken. That sample's a concern.
She was disconcertingly correct, trying a little habit of Adrian's. Which is why, if you wanted to have your film crew jump out and yell surprise, I wouldn't be saddened in the least.
Sample's not a fake. I collected it from the Terramorph myself.
Can't just humor an old man, huh?
Can't.
This
Afraid
sample,
not.
it's got all the indicators of the worst Terramorph attack in human history. I presume you've heard of Londinium.
Heard of it, but yeah, Hadrian mentioned it. Sounds like quite the tragedy.
It was. An entire city wiped off the map.
Sheesh.
The swarms were so bad, they had to blow the spaceport and seal the place off from the galaxy at large. Not a lot of samples made it off the world from the time of the attack. But the ones that did, well, they look just like this one. I didn't detect any of the telltale signatures this specimen ever sat on a ship while it was alive, either. I don't think it was transported to Dalzeti. This specimen, it grew there, faster than any Terramorph should. Which means, if we're about to start a new era in human-Terramorph relations, where big, sudden Londinian-style attacks can happen outside Londinian, it's not gonna end well for humanity.
Uh-oh.
It would be the end of us as a species.
So, you lugged this bad omen all the way here. You want to tell me what your plans are for it now?
Get your boots on. We're gonna stop any more attacks before they start. Believe me. Try not to slow me down. But you said the Londinian attack was massive, right? Why is one odd Terramorph so scary?
Because until now, the Terramorphs that wiped out Londinian had the good sense to stay put. What happened there? It was a tragedy. but at least it was contained. So to find evidence for a similar attack on a different world, well, we don't have enough information to know precisely what this means. But I doubt it's good. So I'd love to know what it is you're planning from here.
Orders are to take you and that analysis to Hadrian. She should be waiting at the 6th circle.
The circle, huh? Could use a drink about now. Here, faster we take the lift to the surface. Not supposed to use it, but given the circumstances, I'm inclined to just ask forgiveness. Let's get going.
Let's do it. Anything we need to get before we leave, Doc? Where are we headed here? Keep a watch there. This place has got an eerie atmosphere to it. There's a story here that I don't know. I don't know if I want to.
Oh, the fact that the UC was entertaining the notion of xeno-warfare angers me to the core.
I know. I have a feeling that's not all we're going to discover. I love the psychological warfare, Sarah, but might have to get you in a proper suit here. Do I still have that cool one? I do have some cool ones. I give her my operator suit, but I need it if things get spicy. Alright, well, there was the lift. Now we hoof it back, huh? You got working jetpacks? Let's make this quick. See, this is what I was thinking. Alright, you know what? Y'all want to party? Let's party. I doubt you're gonna let the good doctor just stroll on by. But hopefully you don't expect somebody to jet back up the back of the mountain either.
Trees here and grass there, and this place might not look so awful.
True that, Sarah. Is that your little polite way of letting me know you didn't even miss a beat? Alright, what do we got down here? Tell me about this ship. No? We chillin'? And what are the chances that those are friendlies? Can't be too high. But I also don't see anything. I don't have time to go shopping for ships. Is this just meant to be a distraction? Yeah, tell me about the thing. The Celestial? Is that what it says? That kind of sounds sick. You sons of biscuits. I may have a quicker way for us to get back. It's just a trader ship, though. Yeah, interesting. Alright, y'all stick close. I don't like this. Maybe they were just trying to corral us, but we were curious? No telling. Guess we're just out for a lovely stroll on the surface of Mars. Better not be my ship. Doesn't look like the right kinds of thrusters, though. The boost upgrades were so well spent. I'm not even fully upgraded. I got some of the juice though. Sure makes it nice. Still just rolling with my little mantis backpack too. Works though. Mantis backpacks, freaking sturdy chest piece, and then a chameleon helm. Don't you love a matching couple? Love chameleon. It's such a fun thing when it's in games. They know what's right with the stealth boy, but what a good way to make it. And so if I keep leveling up the physical tree, get a little bit of nutrition. If I get down here, rank 3 is the chameleon ability all the time. But I think it's the same as the helmet, so since I have the helmet, I'm good right now. But it'd be cool to be able to put on just like highly armored helmet. Or start looking for stuff with special abilities and still have chameleon. I guess it's immersive to have to walk across. It seems like they should have just made it a separate area you can fly to, though. I mean, it does feel like I'm, you know, striding across a big, scary Mars planet with all this dust flying around. Thank goodness I have my spacesuit. So if I'm really headed back inside, I should probably stop by my ship and take a nap for the XP buff. My boy. All right.
It must be great to be
Excuse me. Power will do it.
I'm so lucky to wake up every day with someone like you.
No, shucks.
Greetings, Captain.
Greetings. Keep it spicy, Tabasco. do, 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 do. This game's so crazy. It's so crazy the amount of adventure and like story and like imagine you're reading a book, right? Like there's so many chapters to read. It's fun. What? Yeah, thanks for putting it in my head. Did you? Oh, I guess that's just another Saturday, huh? Fair enough. Fair enough. Maybe she should have been like in, what is it, etymologist? Need to drink of my delicious space chillin boba tea.
I'm not sure power like that was meant for humankind.
Shh, Sarah.
You're no hassling yourself anymore, Major. Our friend here showed me your sample. Suffice it to say.
Not here. Let's talk somewhere more private. Lou said we could use the back.
Alright, sounds good to me, lads. All the good stuff's in the back, eh? Come on then, Sarah. Let's enjoy ourselves. Gosh, the pitter-patter, it's just so reassuring. You're good, come on.
Lou gave me the abridged version of what went down. I can't thank you enough for taking care of all that.
Makes two of us.
I hope it ultimately didn't end up being too much trouble.
More gunfire than I usually like on my delivery jobs, but nothing I could manage.
That's certainly not what I was expecting you'd have to go through. But thank you. I'm just glad you both came through intact. So, were you two able to get that workup together?
Got it right here. That sample? It's an exact match for the ones from Londinium.
Londinium. That's exactly what I was afraid of.
Not thrilled to be the bearer of that kind of news. That's for damn sure. So tell me you've got some kind of plan for that workup.
Well, right now, we've got more questions than answers. So I've been trying to figure out what it's gonna take to access our old Terramorph data.
Good place to start. What'd you find?
It's in the archives.
The Armistice Archives? Doesn't that mean we'd be dealing with the Cabinet? And the Freestar Collective? And House Varun somehow? Guess we can kiss that approach goodbye.
I didn't think the Cabinet would be willing to hear us out either. But I called in some favors. They've agreed to hear us out on 2 conditions. 1, they want to see this analysis you two have procured. And 2, they want to discuss what happened on Tau Ceti. With both of us.
Always love asking questions. Let's get a little bit more information. Oh, House Faerun. The Cabinet, what's that?
The Cabinet's the UC's highest governing body. The President, top military brass, scientific and diplomatic division heads. Any major decision the UC makes goes through them. They're the only real chance we've got of unlocking the archives. So without their blessing, we're flying blind.
So what is this Armistice Archives? And what does it have to do with Freestar Collective House Faerun?
Well, when the Colony War came to a close 19 years ago, with the signing of the Armistice, 3 factions were involved in the negotiations. The UC, Freestar, and House Faerun. They made a lot of decisions about what sort of tactics should and shouldn't be permitted in future conflicts. All information related to the things they decided should be banned was locked away in the archives. Now, it's possible to get things out of there, but only with the agreement of members from all 3 factions. And as to what our research is doing in there, well, I'll get to that.
I don't think Sarah's gonna like this.
Well, that's about the best news I've had all day. But before you commit, I want to make sure you know the whole story.
Sounds like a plan.
Percival and I, we're not just researchers.
Oh,
we were
no
military
way.
scientists.
Oh, they're gonna
Ran
say
a
werewolves.
division of the UC together that deployed aliens on the battlefield as weapons.
Place I was hiding out. That was our unit's home base.
After some early fits and starts at other facilities, the place eventually became the heart of UC xeno-warfare. A practice that's been banned ever since the armistice went into effect almost 20 years ago. And the UC military cut us loose for what we'd done.
Then what does that make you two now? Is UC gonna throw me in prison for helping you?
No. We were both dismissed after the war for what we did. These days, we're just concerned citizens with a very particular area of expertise. Our damage has been done for a long time.
Listen, I get it. It's something we gotta get over, right? Actually, I know who you are. I talked to a couple people about this in your past. Well, it's none of my concern.
Oh. Well, that means a lot. It's not something I'm exactly proud of.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
But it was during that assignment that the UC asked us to explore deploying terramorphs on the battlefield. The project never got off the ground, but the data our team gathered is now sitting in the archives, along with all the other information banned after the Colony War. Under the watchful eye of monitors from all the galactic factions still participating in regular politics. But if we can convince the cabinet to help us access that data, it'll give us the tools we need to decipher what exactly this sample might mean. And hopefully, how to prevent more attacks like the one that spawned it.
So let's just talk it out here. Why wouldn't the cabinet agree to help us?
I mean, I hope they will, given the evidence we've acquired. But getting the Freestar Collective and House Varun on our side, that won't be easy.
Yeah, I'm excited though.
Since neither group is exactly on great terms with the UC at the moment, for various reasons.
Exactly. It's going to mean negotiations and deals and plenty of diplomatic legwork to see this through. But I don't see a better option to solving what's going on here. So it's gonna be up to us to get them on board.
Okay. I hate to be that guy, but why should I trust you with this data, and how do I know it's not dangerous?
Because the Terramorph project was doomed from the start. Terramorphs are too mean, too smart, too hungry to be used in combat. Trust us, we tried.
I get
Data
it.
that's in the archives, it's historical write-ups, anatomical notation, food chain analyses. I doubt they would have even classified it if it didn't have a xeno-warfare logo on it. You have my word. It's not a threat.
For what it's worth. Okay then, let's go talk to this cabinet.
All right. I'm gonna go get this work up into the cabinet's hands. I'll meet you out front of Mast in New Atlantis.
Good luck. You two are gonna need it.
A whole lot brighter.
You seem like you want to go.
Whatever you need, you've got it.
How are you feeling?
It's reassuring to know that I have you by my side. Oh, I feel like I can take on the world.
Those words mean everything to me, Sarah.
If it keeps us close, then I'll gladly say those words every time you ask.
Man, you just make me feel so special. You just make me feel like the whole world is just more rewarding. Like by like 15%. It's a beautiful thing.
I'm just gonna
Love,
wait until that drug's
you know,
in
love
production.
wins. Don't pitter patter. Alright, well, I wasn't gonna bring her with me because I figured she's probably not gonna enjoy this too terribly much, but that's okay, you know? Gotta ride or die, right? That's cool, huh?
Talk to me if you reckon you can keep up today's amount.
Oh! You're the bounty hunter person, are you?
I still don't understand how you can harness that type of power.
Hey, darling. You look like the type who doesn't mind getting their hands dirty. The Trackers Alliance can always use more bounty hunters to round up and kill wanted criminals. If that feels like your speed, talk to me. Or check out our posts on the mission boards.
What's the Trackers Alliance?
Oh, darling. We're the baddest bounty hunters in the settled systems. People pay us to find criminals, scum, and other lowlives when they don't want to or can't track them down themselves.
Got any good bounty hunting? Got any good bounty hunting stories?
Ooh, should I tell ya? What the hell? It got me in trouble, but it's a good story.
Okay.
So, I got a bounty for this guy. Real tough spacer, you know? I find a ship, board without him knowing, and I literally catch him with his pants down, getting ready for the day or something, I don't know.
Oh, my goodness.
Anyway, before he can react, I tackle him to the ground to cuff him, and he lets off a sly quip thinking he's got game, but I don't take kindly to that kind of advance. See? And well, bounty says alive or dead, so I make the call and I put him down.
Oh my
Anyway,
God.
it turns out it wasn't the right guy, but
Oh!
this guy was also wanted. What are the odds, right? Well, the Alliance didn't think it was as funny as I did, so now I'm stuck here helping new recruits.
Oh no. Well, listen. I mean, I could help out. I could help you out with a job if you're paying. I feel like Sarah's not gonna enjoy this. That's hilarious.
Bye.
Hold on now.
Hope I never will in. What can I do you for? Good. If you recall, I'm only stationed here because of a mistake I made. Been bugging me ever since the bounty that got away. Now, I heard rumors that this no-good, dirty quarry's been lurking around Mars, but I ain't had the good fortune of him strolling on in here. I think he's smart enough to know better. I got a plan in place to find him, but I gotta prove to my other tracker contact that he's here. That's where you come in. Just gotta plant a sensor. No danger to you.
How's the sensor going to find this guy?
He doesn't know it, but he's got a chip in him with a unique ID. Part of the reason he's learned to keep out of the major cities and settlements. Trackers always manage to find him when he comes to town, so he just stays away. But he's a slippery fella. That's why I want to send someone to catch him where he feels safe, just along the outskirts. Sensors tuned to that chip. Makes sense now, don't it?
Can you tell me about the guy we're tracking?
Ken Placus, smuggler, the worst kind. Deals in all sorts of black market goods. He's wanted for grand theft, human trafficking, murder, you name it. He's also extremely good at what he does. He's eluded the best of UC security for years. He's even slipped by our own trackers, myself included. I'm convinced he set me up to fail, found a look-alike to unwittingly take a fall, made me look bad. So I'm sure you understand it's kind of personal.
Oh. I know what I'm doing. You want me to just bag the bounty myself?
Hell no! If I'd have wanted you to do that, I'd be asking you to do that.
That's fair.
No, I got a good friend, tracker buddy who stuck by me through and through. Gonna split the haul with him as soon as he brings the mark in.
Okay.
That ain't up for debate or negotiation. Under no circumstances are you to interact with my quarry, or you'll find yourself at the wrong end of a bounty.
Hey, listen now. Let's not be getting too uncordial here, okay?
Alright, so you're gonna want to take this here sensor and put it way up at the tippy top of the old Mars launchpad tower where it's nice and unobstructed. You're gonna want to make sure you've got a boost pack to help get yourself up there, or else it's gonna be a tough climb. Mars gravity's on the low side, but not that low.
It'll track down my Mark's chip signal, assuming he shows, and I'll call in my partner to take care of him. Clear out and come back to me as soon as you're done so you don't spook the quarry. Get it? Got it? Good.
Yeah, sure.
The UC exchange
It's kind of
is a
fun
great place
because
to buy your weapons. Just make sure to keep them
this is
close
a
at all
Trackers
times.
Alliance armor that I got from my homies that I've been doing trade with. And so I didn't actually know where you started this, but I guess she's it. I'm probably not like a diverge all the way to doing all that, but throwing a sensor on top, I reckon I can do that real quick. Yo, what up, my live homies? Welcome, welcome. I know these day streams are tough to track, right? Who knows when I'm gonna do it? There's always the VOD, I reckon. Gotta get it good. Fine. It's fine. Yeah, thanks. Thanks for the particle announcement. Could have been swept off into the atmosphere. Bro, why are these things so far away? My goodness. I should be able to fast travel away from it once I get done. Then I'll turn in the quest later. That does look like it's up high. This might be spicy. Back up, look, you want to be a bounty hunter? Better got some points in boost packing. It all makes sense now. Why Jango Fett had his boost pack. Scaffolding, love to see it. Dang it, now after doing this mission, I'm going to be suspicious of every tall structure. I hope there's no loot up here. I hope there's just the objective. I don't want to do this. Yeah, I see. It's really probably more about this and then go over there. They gotta have a way to do it if you don't have a really upgraded boost pack like this. Kind of fun though. Playing in 0G, you love to see it. Alright, perfect. You decided you wanted to come up here too, huh? Stuck the landing. Alright. Let's have the ship pick us up from here, Sarah.
Let's pop into Outland while we're here, and see if Joe has anything useful to add to our arsenal.
Okay. Where's Outland at? Isn't it over here? Outland. This is where... Outland is over... I think the quickest way I know how to get there is if I go... Oh. Oh, you know what? Good call. I actually probably need to sleep. Alright, and then Outland is right up here. Technically, you can like run to a lot of these areas. Outland. It's just easier to get here from here. My man.
Runes. I would never dream of selling substandard gear. Outland has standards, and I uphold them. Please do. I hope we have something that suits you.
Haha! Alright, I get it, my man. I'll check your suits out. Yeah, see. Mine's even crazier than this one. What is mine called? Superior. Mother Superior. Okay. I could give it to Sarah, but then she wouldn't have the ability to cloak it anymore. Having the ability to cloak is more worth it.
Please do. I hope we have something that suits you. Get it?
Bunch of packs here. Oh, look at that. Mercenary pack at base starts pretty high. Interesting. Okay, next tier of armor. It's an interesting one. This one's kind of weird, but like, it's got chameleon on it, so I can't be too upset. I basically had this when I gave it to Sarah. So I guess I'm chilling. I tried to see if I could make it look like Kill Bill, but it did not work. You know what? I will take some med packs, a trauma pack. Yeah, I'll take some heal paste and an emergency kit. I don't need junk flush. I'm not a junkie. Could get all these resource things, but I don't want to over-encumber myself right now before I do this. Go into all that nonsense. So these are interesting. Because, like, theoretically, they would be better than my cutter. But the thing about the cutter is the cutter has infinite ammo. Like, it just recharges. Yeah, heck no. I don't have to buy ammo for my mining tool.
Please do. I hope we have something that suits you. Get it?
You do have ammo. You don't have that much ammo. Chips ammo. Yeah, rivets and cartridges. Should probably stock up on ammo before I get into this craziness. But you've got interesting, like, constructed stuff, huh? Exotic. So is this like the option in case you don't ever invest in the ability to make these items? Because I have the ability to make these now if I have the right parts. This must be a different type of resource vendor. So if you really want to get all the resources, I mean, adaptive frames are definitely shared by both of them. I think I need to come to Jemison Mercantile and come to this guy for upgrading my base in the future. That's good to know. Because, yeah, like, unique is, like, even better than exotic. And 330 is not that bad with how much cash I got. That explains why I didn't have some of the stuff. Does he have a lubricant? No, just for whatever reason, it seems like the Mercantile lady has it, but not all of them have it. Got 7,000. I should sell something if I have anything to sell. How about shit? Yeah. Regular tombstone for sure. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh man. Someone's talking about me. Refined Magpulse, yes. Can I do anything for 700? So weird, man. It's like it's not good, but it's kind of good. Like, do I want to sell it? Do I not want to sell it? It's only incoming melee damage goes down. It's got a lot of armor on it. It's weird. Weird, but that's okay. Yeah, let's sell you. Sell you. Oh, I have a lot of apparel. Do I got any junk? Yes, I do. If I sold Cora's books, she'd kill me. Yeah, I just don't think that's probably that necessary. Oh, you know. I don't even know what I want to give them. I don't even need to give this last little bit of cash, but it's kind of like, you know, might as well want it, right? The qualms of being an industrialist. Like, I probably shouldn't sell a frag grenade, but I did. I'm sure they'll use it wisely. I've carried these power cells around for so long. Done.
Good luck on all your adventures.
Thank you. I think he meant that. Nice guy. What a nice guy. New data. Am I going into the water or am I going into the Master Stream? That is the question. Alright. I'm sure this gets epic. So give me 2 seconds. Check on the puppy dog. And then we're going to get into it. Thanks for chilling, y'all. Yo, yo, yo. Thanks for chilling. Welcome to the gameplay. Hope y'all are having a good time. I'm having a great time playing the shenanigans. It is a cool game. I have spent a ton of time. If you add up all the little bits of time that I've been able to play here and there, there's been a little bit of chill on the pause screen.
Over here.
But mostly it's been awesome. Days of goodness. Talk to me.
The workup's in the cabinet's hands. They said they'll call for us once they've gotten to properly review it.
Okay.
But listen, I know I should have been more forthcoming about who I was earlier. So, in the interest of full disclosure, there's one more thing you ought to know before we head up there. My relationship with the UC. It's more complicated than it might seem at first glance. The UC's actually the only reason I'm here in the first place. I am a clone.
What?
Of a man named Francois Sanon, one-time fleet admiral of the UC during the Colony War, former head of the UC Navy. They called him Ve Victus, woe to the defeated, in Old Earth Latin.
Oh, jeez.
A title he earned.
No wonder.
The program I was a part of, it was the UC's attempt to create a new generation of military minds from one of their most respected tacticians. Secure the leadership of the UC military for generations to come.
That's like a huge bomb to drop on somebody. I thought you were a werewolf, but clone, fair enough. Not out of the, not out of plausibility. Makes sense. Are you related to the other guy, though? You have to be, right? Is that like a son or something? I'm more interested in what this has to do with us addressing the cabinet. This doesn't sound like they succeeded in securing that legacy. This Ve Victus must have been an impressive commander. You're a clone of a man. How's that work? That seems kind of... Just start there.
A non-trivial amount of gene editing. Clone, honestly, isn't even really the right term for our relationship, thanks to the amount of donor material that was required to bring me into this world. He and I are different on more than a few levels, but there's no denying the fact we're inextricably linked.
Did you come from his butt cheek or something? I'm confused. What does that mean? What is the... That's a very... That gives me more questions than answers. Others from the program still out there? Other clones?
I'm the last. A few of my siblings
not the
they
first.
passed when we were young. Training accidents and the like. But most of the rest were deployed to the front lines during the Colony War, and they never came back.
That is
Not
a
a day
good
goes
and
by where I
disgusting
don't think
way to
about
live.
what the world would look like with them still in it.
I hear you. Very smart. Also cruel. I mean, let's just focus on the task at hand. I'm more interested in what this has to do with us addressing the cabinet.
I'm getting there. The man I was cloned from, my father, was executed for acts he committed during the war. The man caused a lot of death on both sides. Freestar Collective and UC. Military and civilians. And the things he did, well, they're a part of the reason the UC and Freestar Collective aren't really on great terms to this day. So my involvement, it could be another obstacle they throw at us up there. I just wanted you to be forewarned.
Okay. You're not your father. Wow. What did your father do to merit being executed?
He had his men open fire on civilian ships during the Battle of Cheyenne. A battle that he ultimately ended up losing anyway, devastating the UC fleet and
gosh.
bringing the Colony War to an ugly end for the UC.
Were there like terramorphs on board?
He's also the one who ordered the bombing of the Londinian spaceport during their outbreak.
Yeah, like that's what I
condemning
would expect.
countless lives.
Like, that's terrible.
Both sides agreed the
but-
settled systems would be better without him.
Yeah, that's one where you're like, that seems like not the right call, but like might have been the right call, but like a horrible thing, like anything but that kind of situation, you know. All right, you're not your father. If the cabinet doesn't see that, that's their problem, not yours. Listen, for all intents and purposes, my family's like kind of hilarious in this world. Like we're chilling. Mom and dad are together. Dad retired. Mom's chilling. So let's not go besmirching their name for no reason.
You doing okay?
I'm just thinking. Thinking. I mean, let's be honest. Like I'm sorry to say it, but like it's such a crappy thing to say. I want to phrase this differently, you know. But like, that's a good thing that you told me. Like, you're right. They may use that against us. It seems silly because you're not them. Whatever. You're not your father.
I really appreciate you saying that. I just thought you deserved to know, considering how much you've done already. You know, while we've got a second, was there anything else we needed to discuss? I know you got dropped into the middle of this pretty fast. Or if you've got any last-minute business to attend to, now might be a good time. No telling how long the cabinet's gonna keep us waiting out here.
That's ominous. Okay, yes. So honestly, what are the risks of us accessing this data?
Eye strain from the amount of reading I've got on the horizon if we succeed.
Come
The
on.
Terramorph project never went anywhere. It couldn't. They're deadly creatures, but they aren't xenoweapons. The cabinet not opening the archives is probably a bigger risk than them handing over the files. That data itself isn't dangerous, which probably wouldn't be a bad point for us to bring up, should the opportunity arise.
Okay. What's your suggestion on what I should say to the cabinet?
Well, thinking about it more, I suspect there'd be value in sharing the fact that the Terramorph project was, well, a failure.
Okay.
There's no need to be afraid of this data being weaponized. Knowing that should calm some of the cabinet's fears and make it easier for us to dispel any suspicions the other factions might have about our intentions.
Okay, I like that. You're very confident about them not being weaponized, though. Like our whole thing kind of falls apart if they're weaponized. Are you willing to tell me more about your father?
I mean, we never spent a lot of time together. He was too busy being fleet admiral to deal with kids. I was raised by a pair of guardians instead. Until his defeat during the Colony War, though, he was known as an extremely effective commander. Savvy, perceptive. That mind opened a lot of doors for him. And for me, too.
But Ve Victus, for all his ability, was heartless. Ruthless to a fault. In the end, that's what cost him his life.
Listen, I hate to be like that. I hate to be that guy. But I've noticed since the first moment I saw you, your eyes, they're red. Is that a result of the cloning process?
That's actually a souvenir from my time on Mars. The Red Devils unit I was a part of, they were founded by recruits who'd worked some of Mars' deepest mines.
Right.
Folks used to adversity. The dust at those depths, it seeps into everything. The human eye included. Where the name Red Devils came from in the first place. It became an unwritten rite of passage that anyone wanting to enlist with the Devils had to do a stint in the mines before they could join up.
That's crazy.
Devils were always
You've got red
talked
dust in
about
your eyes.
such revered tones during my training, so as soon as I was old enough, I signed up. And the eyes were my parting gift.
Alright, Dusty. Don't have any questions, no.
Then I guess it's just a matter of...
The cabinet meeting is about to begin. All parties, please proceed to the cabinet chambers.
Sounds like our cue.
Protesting. Need you to have my back here, sir. Oh, I get it. No, come here. I get you. We're about to go see. No,
Two of us
listen.
make quite the pair, eh?
We do.
Have
I can
something
just.
for me?
Yeah, I can read your mind. I got you. Fear nothing. Okay, so. What kind of cool stuff did I give you? Perfect.
Oh, I love our little chats.
So I'll give you two
You know
warm.
how to make a woman feel special.
Alright, let's do this. I'm wearing a swimsuit to meet the captain. Probably being former military would be a little embarrassing.
Captain. Congratulations on joining the ranks of the Vanguard.
Yeah, thank you kindly. Tier 6. Some would say I'm a bit of a gamer, right? Love a good autosave. It looks a little bit like Ryujin, but blue. What is this? Stone? Stonework? It's kind of nice. It's fake though, isn't it? Like, probably like some of that peel and stick, you think? Oh, here we go. Alright, well I got my suit on for this. Good? We're chilling? Howdy, y'all.
Ah, welcome. You must be the captain Hadrian mentioned in her report. You have our thanks for the risks you faced in securing this information.
Thank you. Thank you. I forgot to cast my magic see the future spell. But we're gonna roll with it. Thanks don't keep my ship fueled, ma'am. Adrian made it clear that addressing this issue required the utmost urgency.
Oh, I'm sure she did.
Yes, well, precisely how urgent is what I hope we'll determine here today.
Perfect.
So now,
Yeah.
we have two petitioners here making a surprising request. Access to the UC Xeno Warfare Team's Terramorph data, currently housed in the Armistice archives. A request which will require not just this body's agreement, but that of all three Armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun. Now, Captain, we've all read Hadrian's report on the subject, but we have yet to hear from you. Perhaps you could summarize for the Cabinet what it is you see as the goal of this endeavor.
Ma'am, I'm gonna get cut straight to it. You're gonna think I'm joking, but we need the archival data to find a way to stop a possible Terramorph apocalypse.
That's quite the leap, Captain. Madam
Stretch your
President, I
hamstrings.
object to the very premise of this meeting. While no one would argue that what happened on Tau Ceti was anything less than a tragedy, Terramorph attacks are not some sudden new threat on the horizon. They've been happening for generations. To demand we hand over banned archival knowledge and possibly upset the balance of galactic diplomacy because of a single attack seems at best panic. And at worst, a power grab by the daughter of a bloodthirsty warmonger and her associates.
I would remind the chief diplomat who he's speaking to. If it's my father you're looking to address, you're welcome to consult a medium. I would also ask, how many deaths the cabinet requires to act?
Ooh,
50?
get him.
50,000?
Get him.
Because
Ooh,
if
get
tragedies
'em.
like Tau Ceti are just prelude to more attacks, I have no doubt you'll get the body count you require.
Let's keep this civil, shall we? And while there should be no doubt the preservation of life stands paramount among this body's duties, Chief Yassine has a point. Will a single attack, however troubling, be sufficient to convince the other factions to grant us access to what they no doubt consider weapon data? I don't think it's enough. Perhaps you can help, Captain. As the one who actually collected the sample in question, did this Terramorph seem at all alarming to you?
Yeah. It wiped out a colony that never saw it coming. That's pretty alarming.
That is worth considering. This attack took place on an almost completely uninhabited world.
Thank you.
Casualties were minimal as a result. But if there's another attack, will we be so lucky?
Thank you.
Yes, a fine point, Admiral. So then, Captain, given the discussion now and the information you've been privy to thus far, if you were in our position, would you grant the request made to open the archives?
Well, here's the thing. I don't know if I could trust what she's saying. Yes. If the fear is the data being weaponized, the Terramorph program failed. The data is not dangerous.
It doesn't matter if it can be weaponized or not.
Oh,
The
my sweet
archives need to
darling.
remain sealed for now. There's no reason to rush into a decision of this magnitude.
Listen,
That's...
there's all the rush in the world.
I hadn't thought of that, Captain.
I got
An
you,
excellent
fam.
point indeed. The other powers would likely be much more inclined to work with us knowing that. Chief Diplomat.
That point is a good one.
I got you, fam.
Very well, you have my agreement. The galaxy is lucky you were here today, Captain.
You know?
You and I are in agreement.
Lucky and
Chief
blessed.
Diplomat. So, if there are no other objections, I believe we can agree to give our full backing to make the request to... What was that?
Woo! You know you're cute even when you're wrong. Well, here, I'm not using this on y'all.
Chief Sarkin, what's happening?
There's been an attack at the spaceport. Terramorphs.
Oh, mother.
More attacks. Just as predicted.
Good God.
Damn it. They're here.
There's civilians out there. Yeah.
There must be another explanation. The creatures evaded our scanner somehow.
There will be plenty of time.
This is
for conjecture
coordinated. This is not an
later.
accident.
Chief Sarkin, order the evacuation of the spaceport and have your men contain the things, but do it discreetly. The last thing we need is a citywide panic.
They better be panicking!
Admiral Logan, the local barracks can provide support?
I'll make the order myself. Nearest anti-Xeno squad, though, is off-world.
Yeah, squad's right here, isn't it, Sarah?
Well then, we'll have to make do with the tools we've got.
That's what I like to hear.
We can't risk those things getting out of the spaceport. I want you both on the next train there.
Oh, you got it.
And that you've dealt with these things before.
Mm-hmm.
Go show them how it's done.
Alright, listen.
We're on it, ma'am.
That's what I wanted to
Captain,
hear.
I'm right behind you. Let's get down there.
Let's freaking do this. Pardon me, pardon me, pardon me, pardon me. Oh, yes. Freaking Terramorphs come into my town, mess with my people. Try to mess with me, madre padre. What the? Yo, how do we do this? Non-lethal? Modified EM Equinox, it says. Okay.
Now hit him with everything you've got.
Well, that's that.
Dang. You got EM rounds? Nicely done, Sarah. Okay. Oh, we got more people here. No, wait, we're good, right? Chilling? Do I need to talk to him? I feel like it glitched because Sarah popped him.
have to... Not me! Focus on the attackers! Lights out!
Why?
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Thank you for what you did. We didn't want to hurt them.
That's what I'm saying, right? Like, I didn't want to have to keep shooting them.
We're acting. I've seen this before. They were under the Terramorph's influence, weren't they?
I don't know. They were down at the port and they just started screaming. We tried to restrain them, get them on the train to get them out of harm's way, but some of the other officers down there, we couldn't restrain them fast enough. They just started firing on us. People we knew. They went berserk.
Pheromonic projection. Some Terramorphs, they can induce this fog. It affects everyone differently, but some people just lose control, turn against everyone around them, even if they don't want to. They're like a puppet. You kill the morph, you break the hold. But this means we're gonna need to be real careful with our fire, and keep that EM weapon at the ready.
Are you suggesting Terramorphs can control someone's mind?
I'm not suggesting. It's documented behavior.
Oh my goodness.
The result of the projection, though, can vary wildly. Some folks just shrug it off. Others hallucinate. And some lose control altogether. They'll lash out at anyone around them, but still be aware while they're doing it. Those cases, you'll either need to knock them out with EM fire, or free them by killing the Terramorph.
Okay. Does that mean I need to worry about you turning on me?
I honestly was just wondering the same thing. But no, you don't need to worry about me. I've had a Terramorph try it on me before. I'm not susceptible. So we'll just have to make sure to watch out for each other down there.
Okay, sounds like we need to hustle.
Matt's unlocked. Please, do what you can to help them.
10-4, good buddy. Quick save in there. Need to put this on my favorites bar, I bet. But if we can take out the Terramorph, that frees them too, it said. Okay. Oh, I'm going. Oh, stash the. Okay. Move it, move it, move it. This is to show you how it's done, boys. Get you some, huh? Oh, you thought? Give me a little bleed in there. Get you a little bit of the pepper, huh? I think I might have killed that poor guy over there with my grenade launcher. I didn't want to use it, but man, he just like ran straight for it, didn't he? time to get serious.
You might back up. Don't just stand there. Good.
Gotta get this thing's attention. I got you, bro. Get you some, you ugly beast. Come on then.
They're going to turn on you. Kill them. Kill them first.
There it is. Open fire. Fire, damn it.
I'm freaking reloading. This is when I need my stupid mini gun. Alright, this is getting ridiculous. Let's try something different. Gotcha. Later, Gator. What you got, Tamorph? You freaking scream attacking son of a biscuit. Come get some. Thought. Oh, you thought. Oh, you better run. Well, that's fine. I'll take a little nap down here. Well, you get filled full of lasers. Come get you some. That was a good hit. Ooh, you went for a bite there, didn't you? Oh. Gotcha. And that is why you wear the big armor. And the armor that gets tougher the more damage you get.
You will be leaving here alive.
Nicely done, y'all. Well, that was something else. And the puppy dog needs to go outside, so give me just 2 seconds, and we'll wrap it up here. Alright. Sorry about that. Should put the RV screen up. At least you could have had some jams. Okay, I think we took care of the problem. Was it just one? Still freaky, but maybe not too bad. How we doing, boys? Everybody make it through that? Oh, this poor guy got taken out still. Why would you wander into the... Maybe that guy was already taken out. Maybe I didn't hurt anyone with the grenade launcher. And that's why you save. At least it didn't seem to affect them negatively.
Got the remaining creatures locked down on the landing pad, barely holding our perimeter. They said you've done this before. Well, one fire team to spare and whatever supplies you need, but I can't risk them taking over any more men. Put those things down and do it fast. We'll hold them as best we can.
Okay. I'll speak to the fire team. No, y'all chill here. Y'all hold down the fort. I don't know why I used that ability, but I'll go find my own fun. Y'all boys just hold it down here, okay? What up, homie? Got any grandpa's meatloaf? Oh, you know it. 137 damage resistance, baby. Let's go. Plus a little XP juice. I think I picked up an infantry alpha, which is gonna give me more range damage. What's this?
You can't beat it. It's too strong. Give up now.
Oh. Okay, I was doing better for the melee.
Nothing's gonna save you. Nothing's gonna save you.
Get you some. What you know about that big ugly monster? Right there in the face. One more. There it is. No, I suppose they're not. Let's get on to the next one. I'm having too much fun. Oi! What you know about Assassin's Creed, son? Frickin' over here taking a nap. Sleeping because you ate all these poor innocent people. That just tans my hide. CQBX, give me that 25% damage increase. Give me a little bit of a gravity field with that. Stand up then. Stand up then. No. Ooh, okay. Okay. Get you some. What you got, big ugly? What you got, big ugly? Well, let's get hit. Good dodge. But then I came back with it, and then he came back with it, and he blocked, and he came back with it. What, huh? Yeah, you wish. Get hit. I don't think so. I don't think so. another one. Oh, you're playing with my mind. I see. Get in there. Get you a little bite, huh? Yeah, I don't think so. You ready for it? Oh, you disabled me. I see.
If these things reached the populated areas of the city, we would have had an absolute massacre on our hands.
That one hit me hard. Clawed for my eyes there. It's okay though. Got an emergency kit. Much better. Gotta do what you gotta do to protect the people. Am I right? Exactly. Let's roll. How we doing down here? Everybody still alive? Except for this hero. You gotta make sure he gets a proper funeral. All honors.
Guess they weren't kidding about you two. The universe put the right people in the right place.
Hope so. Hey, you held all the line, man. You held the line. You're the hero, not us. It's so rude. Just remember, saved your tails.
No way I'll ever be able to forget. I don't want to think what would have happened if you two hadn't been here.
Just glad we could rise to the occasion. Captain, we should report back to the President. Let her know the Terramorphs have been dealt with. Take care of yourself, Sergeant.
Alright, let's do it. You alright, Sarah? You got all your fingers and toes? Except for the one that into the market, of course. You're okay, buddy. You can go outside in just a bit. Let them go outside and be crazy for a bit.
Attention. The spaceport has been secured. Safety precautions remain in place. Please wait for the all-clear signal before exiting your homes. That is all.
Let them know we're safe. Sounds like the dock's all going crazy out there. My poor little guy doesn't need to get in the middle of it. He's not that little, but to me he's little, right? Isn't that how it always is? Super Red Ultra.
They said you all saved the city down there. Thank you.
Hey, you know. Everybody's gotta have a hobby, right?
That's a relief to hear. Thank you.
I'd hate to see a power like that used in war.
Yes, ma'am.
Ah, there you are. Captain, Hadrian, it would appear that the Cabinet owes you our thanks for what you did for the city today. As well as an apology. Your concerns about the Terramorphs, well, consider them validated.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
I take my gratitude in credits, real estate, or luxury goods. No, get out of here. That's hilarious. Am I gonna get in trouble for saying this?
I had some ideas on that front, Captain, but we'll get to that. Today's events have only clarified our path forward in the eyes of the Cabinet. You will have our full support in collecting the Terramorph data from the archives, as well as a subsequent investigation into the nature of these attacks.
Excellent.
But to accomplish those goals, we're going to need the right people in the right places. As such, the Cabinet has authorized me to reinstate you, Hadrian, effective immediately, to your former rank of Major.
Ooh.
As soon as we've got the data in hand, we want you investigating these attacks and how to stop them. Will you do this?
Yes.
Sir, yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am. I'd be honored.
Excellent. But as you've both made clear, for such an investigation to succeed first, we're going to need someone to convince the Freestar Collective and House Varun to play ball. Someone who knows precisely the sorts of dangers the colonies and all the galaxy are facing right now. The Cabinet wants you, Captain, to be that representative.
Me? Why not send a diplomat, someone trained for this sort of thing?
The Cabinet wants progress, and wants it quickly. You're already far more familiar with the situation than any diplomat would be. There's also no diplomat alive that can claim they helped keep a cadre of terramorphs off the embassy doorsteps. The Cabinet was unanimous. They want you.
Oh, shucks. I'm just some Vanguard nobody. Tell me what I'm getting first and I'll consider it. Look, if you're sure that's the wisest course of action.
We do. In exchange, we're willing to fast-track your citizenship upon collection of the data. Get you access to those credits at real estate you're after. So, will you help us?
What do I get for being a UC citizen?
It has its perks. Only citizens can purchase property in the city. We also pay reduced prices on most goods and services across the UC. There's also a credit disbursement when you first join. Help get you on your feet. But above all, you'd become a dedicated part of the greatest faction in the galaxy. If you're willing to help us, we can open that door.
Well, it was only going to be 3 years, but right now it does sound pretty nice, or in a bit here. You can count on me, man.
I'm glad to hear it. Now, we, of course, won't be sending you in without the proper support.
Good.
Deputy McIntyre in the Office of Interstellar Affairs will be your guide on gaining access to the archives. You should be able to find her in her office across the hall. And on behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, you have our thanks. You're dismissed.
Thank you kindly.
The costs of this attack are greater than I think we realize.
Yeah, that's what I'm
check in
saying.
with Chief Engineer Kulkarni. Start getting a plan together for that data.
Good. 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 Alright, Deputy. What are you thinking, huh?
Well, well. Back for more, eh?
Hey, can I tell you
You
something?
can tell me anything.
Every time I look at you, I fall in love with you. Again and again.
I can't believe how perfectly we were made for each other.
Kind of spooky, isn't it? Let's get out of here.
No, we done talking already.
Gotta save the world.
I asked my boss what they're doing to stop new alien attacks on the city. He said top minds were on it. Sure hope they know what they're doing.
You and me both, champ. Oh, pardon me. Excuse me. Hey, how are you doing?
Yes, sir. I'll make sure they get what they require.
Good.
That must make you my Vanguard captain.
Indeed.
Welcome to Interstellar Affairs. I'm Deputy Chief Diplomat McIntyre, Chief Yassine's second in command. I heard you were instrumental in protecting the city from the attack. You have my gratitude. I was also informed that you gave quite the presentation to the cabinet.
Oh, shucks.
Chief Yassine wants you to know the Interstellar Affairs Office is fully committed to this endeavor, accessing the Terramorph data and beyond.
Yeah, if you just want to give me a direct link to everything.
In our power to make sure you have the tools you need. And that means first getting you into the archives. You do know what the archives are, correct?
You know what? Let's pretend that I don't have the slightest idea.
Huh. All right. We'll start at the beginning.
When the colony war ended, the UC and Freestar Collective came to the agreement some weapons needed to be off limits. Mechs, xenowarfare. So they gathered up all the relevant research materials and sealed that information away. Terramorph data included, in the archives here in the city. Access to the archives is only granted in cases of dire emergency and requires a one-time use code from each of the 3 Armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Faroon. Now, the UC is already on board, so that means we'll need to convince 2 people. The ambassadors of the Freestar Collective and House Faroon to hand over their codes. Get them both and you'll have your data. But that's a lot easier said than done.
Think they'd be clamoring. What can you tell me about these codes? Can we forge them?
No. Each is a strip of several million random numbers generated on the fly based on biometric keys kept by each of the ambassadors on their person at all times. They're impossible to create without those keys, and those keys stay with the ambassadors, meaning we're accessing nothing if we can't get them on our side.
I need electrodes, a tooth extractor, and some sodium pentyl. Oh my goodness. You think they'd be clamoring to help after the spaceport attack?
I couldn't agree more. However, both ambassadors have reasons they won't, or can't, work with us. Now, I'll provide guidance on how we believe you can acquire each code, but ultimately, it'll be up to you to get them both to cooperate.
And I do mean cooperate. Threats and violence are off the table here. Though that doesn't mean we can't get creative.
Of course.
But it does mean we need to get you up to speed on who you're dealing with. Who do you want to start with? Ambassador Radcliffe of Freestar, or Ambassador Balmore of House Faroon?
Start with the Freestar, even though I'm thinking I should be able to get him pretty much.
The
Summer
good
Ranger.
Ambassador Radcliffe. She's a veteran of the Colony War, and her only goal in life is to make ours miserable.
If Sam is any example of how stubborn the Freestar people can be, then I can imagine how difficult it must be dealing with this ambassador.
Now, officially, our
just
office is
mind
suggesting you
cracks me
try
up.
and negotiate with her.
Use your experiences as a member of the military and with the threat we're facing to convince her to lend her support.
Who knows? Maybe that'll work. Stranger things have happened. But my suspicion is we're going to have to rely on other tools to get her code.
I think you're underestimating how delightful I am.
Huh. Well, if that's the case, I'll wait to be pleasantly surprised. But we do have one item up our sleeve. UC Intelligence has a recording device planted in the ambassador's living quarters, which we suspect you can use to your advantage.
Oh my gosh.
But getting caught trespassing is a quick way to land yourself in an embassy holding cell.
Makes sense.
So, if you are going to try and access the device, you're going to need to find a way in there without being seen.
Now, we recovered some intel we believe should be able to help with that. But there's also a disgruntled staff member you might be able to pump for information. Maybe even convince to work with you.
Okay. Any other things I should avoid doing inside the embassy?
Yes, many. Don't steal anything. Don't get caught anywhere you're not supposed to. Absolutely do not harm anyone. If something goes wrong, we'll do our best to smooth things over, but I can't make any promises.
What can you tell me about the staff member?
Name's Cameron Long. He's younger than Ratcliffe, bears less of a grudge towards the UC. He works closely with the ambassador, making him a promising source for information on the ins and outs of embassy life, and someone who very likely hates her guts.
Gotcha. That's all the info I need for the moment on Ambassador Radcliffe.
All right. Here, your diplomatic ID. I'll give them a heads up you're on your way. Not likely to let you through the door otherwise.
And take these. Chief Yassine wanted you to have some options on how to proceed in there.
Cool. Now tell me about Ambassador Balmore of House Baker.
Ambassador Balmore's a challenge. When the rest of House Varoon retreated into seclusion shortly after the signing of the armistice, Balmore stayed here. He's since lent his support to a small number of archival requests, so there's real hope he might again. Though claiming to know how a member of House Varoon thinks is a quick way to earn yourself a psych eval.
Yeah, they've attacked some of my outposts. I'm not a huge fan of. What's wrong with House Varoon?
Well, these days, they're primarily considered a security threat. House Varoon Zealots, a fundamentalist outshoot of the group that stayed behind when the rest retreated into seclusion, want nothing more than to send everyone not dedicated to their cause to the great serpent in the sky.
Gotcha.
That hasn't always been the case. After they ended the Serpent's Crusade about 70 years back, House Varoon did take a real run at trying to normalize relations with the rest of the galaxy. It's why they have an embassy here in the first place, why they were included in the armistice negotiations. But then, without warning, they left, leaving behind, to our knowledge, just the ambassador and his duty under the armistice.
That actually sounds pretty promising.
Does, but there's a concern. We're not 100% sure Balmore's actually still alive. His public appearances were always rare, but it's been several years now since he last poked his head out.
Oh no.
Scans of the facility show life signs, but not the kind we were expecting.
Oh no.
Your task is to find him and kindly but firmly remind him of his duties under the armistice.
What do I do if he's dead?
Then you search the embassy for his biometric key, collect your code piece, and we'll go about notifying his next of kin, if we can ever find them. But let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Wait, he's actually been inside the embassy?
The embassy is still legally House Varoon's sovereign territory, so we're not technically permitted inside. We've snuck in the occasional spy, of course, but the ambassador has proven more evasive than you'd expect for a man of his age. But we're quite sure he hasn't left the city. The man stands out.
What kind of life signs did you detect in the embassy?
The Varoon delegation brought more than a few of their native flora with them when they set up in the embassy. It seems those plants have been allowed to flourish, making it hard for us to verify what's flora and what's ambassador.
Here's hoping I'm not chasing a corpse.
It would at least be a speedier negotiation.
Not fair.
I, of course, hope the ambassador is alive and well. Now, the embassy front door isn't an option, but our spies have stated there's a side entrance that should allow you access. Here, this device should get you all the way down to the embassy interior. Once you're inside, though, finding the ambassador is going to be up to you. And fair warning, we received a report that alarms might have been tripped inside the embassy during the attacks. Watch out for automated security in there. Now, if you have additional questions or require clearance for a new approach we haven't already discussed, don't hesitate to ask. I'd suggest you start with Ambassador Radcliffe. Approach her while the attack is still fresh in her and her staff's mind. Be smart out there, Captain.
Interesting. Radcliffe first, huh? I guess I could do that.
What's happening, darling? Feel free to drop some stuff into my bag.
Appreciate you, darling. Be enough.
Don't stay away too long.
Nice. Weird. Oh, maybe I don't have to go to kill it. Maybe they're here. Oh, at the embassy here. Okay. That makes sense.
Captain, can I help you?
I think I'm okay. Appreciate you. Of course.
Maybe we should stop for a moment. Hard to believe it's been 2 decades since we were at war with the Collective, when it seems like only yesterday.
You okay? You got this. Don't worry about it.
You are a visitor? You'll find the ambassador.
Thank you kindly. I think it's either Ranger or Bench. Yeah, how you doing?
Visitors are only allowed in the lobby, offices. I'm going to be upfront with you. I'm not happy visiting anything related to the Freestar Collective. But you lead, and I'll follow.
Okay. Got real close to my head when you said that. Whispering right in my ear, got chills on the back of my neck.
As in more than one?
Yeah.
All that security and they still can't protect their own spaceport. UC never fails to disappoint. I just wish I hadn't received the news from an SSNN broadcast. We have a strategic advantage to maintain, Mr. Long.
Of course, ma'am. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Excuse me. Are you supposed to be here?
Why, yes, ma'am. I am. How are you? I can't talk to you on the side of the desk. That's funny.
I'm sorry. Do you have an appointment?
Seem like a lady wants to stop more terramorph attacks. Well, have I got a deal for you. Captain Snowbody here, UC Vanguard. You and I need to talk, Ambassador. Now we gotta do this one. You seem like a lady who wants to stop more terramorph attacks. Well, I'll do a deal for you.
What are you? Ah, you're the one McIntyre called about. The eyewitness. She said you were at the spaceport.
Indeed.
You have my thanks for what you did down there, truly. Saved many lives.
Thank you.
Now, she also mentioned that, and maybe it was just a bad connection, that now the UC wants terramorph data from the Armistice archives. Some of the most highly guarded information in the galaxy. In order to protect us all. I can only presume you're here to tell me I misheard her and that they didn't send you, local hero, to futilely beg on their behalf. Tell me I've got that right.
You need to help us. Otherwise, any more deaths on your hands.
Excuse me. A less level-headed person might think that was a threat, Captain.
The only threats you're facing are the 8-legged variety just outside your door. Now can we please stop playing games here? Lives hang in the balance.
Oh, get her.
A lecture in morality from the UC. How quaint. And
You do love to be quaint.
Let me be frank, Captain. The answer is no. That information is there because it is dangerous. I will not be the one responsible for its release. Now, why don't you quit wasting my time and yours and go?
Please, Ambassador. I can't take anything right now, can I? Just listen to what I have to say.
You're really gonna push this? All right, I will give you one chance. One to convince me. Understood.
Thank you, Ambassador. Just hear me out.
I'm listening.
The Terramorph Xeno Weapons Project was a failure. It's only in moments of crisis the real heroes emerge. Now could be your moment.
If you think some flowery language is gonna change my mind, you're gravely mistaken.
Something good can come out of this bad situation. The UC and Freestar Collective cooperating.
A step towards better relations. I could see some value there.
I'm gonna cut right to the chase. The Terramorph Xeno Weapons Project was a failure. And knowledge isn't dangerous.
You know that for sure. That is interesting. Well, Captain, you make some good points. But if I'm really granting you access, I'm gonna need the following concessions. Your access will be limited. You can only take out the items related to stopping these terramorphs. The monitors will make sure of it. You go in once, you get everything you need on your trip, and never again. And all research done with the data will be monitored. If this data is being used to save the galaxy needs to be involved in the oversight. Freestar scientists will watch your people like hawks. So, do we have an agreement?
Yeah, I'm actually about that because I don't know if I trust this crazy clone Xeno war thing we got going on, to be honest with you. I think I need to speak to Deputy McIntyre first.
Well then, I guess you better get a move on.
Guests can make themselves comfortable in the lobby.
I'm sure I can make the call, but you know, we'll follow the... We'll follow the protocol here, you know? And I think she'd respect that too, you know? It's kind of one of those things where it's like, yeah, you're probably right. Get to it, you know? Like, I agree. That's probably the right next step. Catch you later, Gator. It's funny that I didn't get to be like, listen, man, I'm actually a ranger. Why am I going to... Oh, yeah, it's the elevator corner. People's lives should stay, gotta hurry. This way.
Hello.
Welcome back. Everything going well with the ambassadors?
You seem nervous. Redcliffe will only give us her code if we allow Freestar monitors to observe the research.
Wait, you got her to agree? Without putting a gun to her head? And all she wants are monitors. Then what are you doing here? Yes, granted, we'll make the arrangements. Heavens above, we'll make them citizens. Just get back there before she changes her mind.
Oh no, I do have to go back. That's too funny. I'm gonna laugh if it gets messed up because of that. I mean, honestly, though, it's still something I think you'd appreciate. You'd appreciate someone doing the extra legwork, following the protocol, even if it'd be a little silly, you know. Respect the chain of command, respect the office. Until they promote me higher, right? So I'll have to deal with this nonsense. But hey, the level I'm at, I think that was the call. I'm gonna get back, she's gonna be dead. Be like, what the? Are you serious?
Back at last. I presume the deputy was receptive to our proposal. Are we all in agreement?
Agreed. That was too much.
Excellent. Follow me.
Hey, how you doing?
They tell me it should only take a moment.
That's awesome.
And there. It's not supposed to be a long process. It is for emergencies, after all. Here, I'll reach out to Deputy McIntyre. We'll coordinate the necessary oversights. Two unlikely allies, I guess.
The unlikely allies. God bless. Love the collective overture. It was beautiful. Alright, so now the House of A rune code. Something tells me this one will be a little bit less about persuasion.
Even just the sound of it.
Oh, interesting. I was like, what? I've been bamboozled. Hi everybody. Just came to check on things. No, I'm waiting for you. Don't worry. This place is creepy. I'm gonna get separated. Jeez, crazy. Yo, that looks dope though. Can I get that? Oh, yes I can.
Well, this isn't what I expected at all. It appears the flora they were using as decor has overgrown the entire embassy.
Before we hack everything, let's make contact. No, we're hacking this first.
hope you know what you're doing.
Me too. I hope it doesn't hurt him.
Any troubles you need to share? Dropping off a few choice items?
Dang, look at them eyes.
Stay safe, darling.
Too. The place looks very interesting. Seems bad.
I've never seen a tree like this before in my entire life. Branches weren't blocking our way.
What? Thank you, turret. Permanently increase sneak bonus by 1% and melee sneak attack damage by 5%. Whoa!
Get rid of some of that gear.
Whoa! That's pretty juicy. Ow! Oh my! Yeah, no, we're not doing this. Thanks though. About terramorphs. Not worried about you little freaking punchers. Oh, here we go. I already took out all the robots, but could have not had to take out all the robots. Well, that's not freaky at all. Is it safe for us to be breathing this gas? What is this stuff? What the?
Hope you're ready to die.
Oh, what the? I thought y'all were on my side. I thought that's what happened when I hacked it. It just doesn't bode well if they all have a bunch of sharing points like that. Just on that. That's hilarious. What the heck do you mean?
Running a bypass? Be careful.
Oh, cancel. Gotcha. That's probably where they're at. Not exactly what I meant, but that's okay. Shoot. I got this. Give me time. Okay, this is not great. This is dangerous. Of course, it gives me the most wacky lock too. Oh, what even is this nonsense? No, everything's the same slot. Press this. And now it's the normal one. It's so goofy. Tell me, the system's just like broken or something. It's just like two different difficulties or something, you know?
Okay, that's it. Time to sell some of your junk.
Mother trucker. Okay, we'll do that. Well, perfect. So Space Adept boosted is nice, but advanced is like way better, huh? Especially since I'm on the ground. Oh yeah. Pull out the advanced one. Pays to have this weapon.
I'm gonna go down.
You okay? You okay?
I'm here for you, my love.
Okay.
I'll be counting the minutes to our next chat.
Got you. One right here too. Oh no.
So, what seems punishment becomes providence. A reminder we can never truly know the Great Serpent's designs for us. You have my thanks, and my apologies for the ordeal you just endured. Come, let us discuss.
It's like you tapped into the universe itself.
It's got less armor than the one I have on, though. That's kind of silly, isn't it? A nice place. Yeah, that would be stealing. Let's not do any stealing. But apparently I'm allowed the armor, I guess, for taking care of business, huh?
Not the ideal introduction, I suppose, giving you a grand tour of the embassy via barely functioning intercoms. I do greatly appreciate your persistence. I suspect the venom tree upstairs has worked itself into More systems than I'd realized. But then again, who could cage such a beauty? Tell me though, what is it like outside? I heard the broadcast mentioning an attack. Then the embassy was struck with a power surge and then... silence. Has the rest of the city suffered quite so badly?
Did you say that the thing pouring out clouds upstairs is called a venom tree? Is it poisonous?
Harmless spores, you have my word, but hard to navigate. Hence why I was guiding you through the intercoms to restore the environmental controls. And release me. It is the sap of the tree that gives it its... well, perhaps not a topic for this exact moment. But I must know of the rest of the city. Does it still stand?
The spaceport is in rough shape, but not much else was damaged.
Is that right, huh? I shall need to have these repairs seen to sooner rather than later. Now, it cannot solely be the Serpent's grace that brought you here at such an opportune moment. You were sent by the UC. That much is obvious. Who else could just waltz through my door? And the broadcast spoke of terror morphs at the spaceport. A worrying occurrence, certainly, but coming here of all places, when all I could provide is some enthused cheerleading and... an archive code. So the UC requires information, then. On terror morphs, presumably. Do I see this all clearly?
Correct. We're going to use the data in the archives to better understand and stop these attacks.
Yeah, the preservation of life stands as the very purpose of the archives. Using its data to prevent more attacks, there is logic there.
Of course.
But if I am to grant you access, I have a requirement. For years, House Varun has been known only as an agent of slaughter. We founded this embassy with hopes of shedding that legacy. With little success. In exchange for my code, I require this. You must be the one who ensures it is used for good. Ensure House Varun's legacy is more than just carnage. The knowledge you ask for isn't evil. No knowledge is. It is we who bend it to evil ends. Now, you must assure me this will be used to save lives, not endanger them.
That is an impossible request. I can't know exactly how this will all play out.
We cannot know all the results of one's actions, certainly, but intentions, those we can command. I want you to assure me yours are noble ones.
I see. Well, in that case, you have my word. I'll make sure it's used for good.
As the chair of Constellation, I take personal responsibility in vouching for this man's integrity. He'll keep his word.
Well then, I shall not fear. Please, follow me.
Following you. Dang, was that like official flirting?
Let's hope it still works.
I don't know what that was, but that was sweet. True that, right? Bada bing, bada boom.
Let it be used for good.
You're carrying too many odds and ends.
Yeah, you silly goose, because we need these odds and ends. How over encumbered am I? Pretty over encumbered. Looks like we're going the long way this time. Can I get the key card?
We'll all be so lucky next time the archives need to be accessed. Something to think on.
So why'd the rest of the embassy staff leave? Where'd they go?
The affairs of House Varun are our own. They left. That is all there is to be said on the subject.
Why'd you stay behind?
House Varun committed itself to the armistice. This was said at the time to be the desire of the Great Serpent, and I do not believe the Serpent decides such things on a whim. So, when my brethren left, I remained, honoring the Serpent's will as I saw fit. This is the right of all his followers.
What's it like being from House Faerun in New Atlantis?
It was tolerable, even pleasant, when my brethren were here in the embassy with me. We remade this place as best we could into a home we all would recognize. Our native flora, our iconography, our connection to the Serpent, they came with us. With my brethren gone, it has been trying. But the Great Serpent has always provided me a path in my darkest moments.
Great Serpent, that's your god, right?
The Great Serpent is so much more than a god. It is fate itself. When our founder, Jinan Varun, left the United Colonies 140 years ago for distant stars, it was the Serpent that compelled him to found his now great house. The Serpent made us who we are today. Its voice speaks to us, shepherding us through the dark, and infuses our lives with the meaning the universe so often fails to provide.
Fair enough, Chief. Fair enough. Seems weird that I don't have this key, but okay. Oh, that's fun. He's like, dude, I don't care if you take it. I feel like that's not supposed to be locked. That's okay. Maybe it's a different quest. I think there's a different quest that involves this place. Am I gonna wind through all this BS again? That didn't seem like the way. What can you do but buckle your shoe? Take off to Timbuktu. I'm getting hungry. I hear you, pup. Let's get these codes back to HQ. Thanks. Should probably be sarcastic since it's Freestar Collective hat. That's alright. Later. Man, those hats are really coming into style.
Yes? What?
Captain, you're back sooner than... Unbelievable. Oh, wait. Did you actually succeed? With Radcliffe? and Balmore. We're all in agreement.
Everybody's in agreement. Code pieces from House Faerun and the Freestar collected and ready to be deployed. Balmore is alive thanks to yours truly, and yes, I got his code. You saved him, you Vanguard really do take that above and beyond thing seriously, don't you?
You saved him. You Vanguard really do take that above and beyond thing seriously, don't you? Fine work. And now, I've already arranged everything with the archival monitors. When you get down there, the UC monitor will give you instructions on how to deploy the codes. Follow them to the letter. Here, the UC code piece and an archival access card. The entrance is just on the other side of the plaza across from Mast. Absolute best behavior down there, all right?
All right.
Yes?
Over yonder.
Something?
No, I do need something. It seems my pup wants to play. And I probably need to take a break, get some dinner. And then you know what? I'm going to come right back at it. And then we'll hit it again. But, thank you for chilling right now. I appreciate you being here. I'd love to keep streaming for you. But I think it's true. I think I need to take a little break. Get some food. I'll probably do my classwork. And then get back to it. Thanks for chilling, y'all. Stay frosty, and I'll see if I can find somebody to raid for y'all.